Exactly. So
crazy.
Yeah, man. If you don't know, which you just been living. You Patrick at this point been living under a rock. But Will Smith. Chris Rock was. He wasn't hosting. He was just presenting.
One of the hosts. Yeah.
Well, one of the hosts. He was presenting an award, and he made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's having a bald head.
Before you get into it, play it.
Okay.
Play it.
Play the whole thing.
Just
Play the clip of what he said. So this is the clip of what Chris Rock said that led to the slap her around the world.
So I only clipped a part of it. So now I'm gonna play it. Hopefully it starts where he started the joke. But we can play it. Here we go.
He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please.
Nope.
Lord.
Here we go. Hold on.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay.
All right. So that was the joke. He said, Jada, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. If you don't know, G.I. Jane was a movie that Demi Moore played in where she had a shaved head. Mm-hmm. Jada Pinkett at the moment has a shaved head because of her alopecia.
And has had that
and has
for
had
at least 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
I will tell you, being honest, until this moment, I never knew about her having alopecia or that she had a shaved head.
Honestly, I didn't either.
Y'all ain't been watching any... What's it?
No. But, I didn't know, but, apparently it was a
I'm not gonna say she had the shaved head for 3 years. I know it's been at least 3 months. She hasn't had the shaved head.
Apparently, this has been a thing that she has been vocal about. Just talking about something she's been struggling with. So
2018.
Yeah. So
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. It's funny because I literally just heard about the alopecia. I would say a month or two ago. Because a clip went around where she saw the line in the middle of her head. She was like, I just want y'all to know, this ain't I didn't have brain surgery or nothing. I have alopecia and this line is here now. So I'm trying to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, she's like, all you can do is laugh, but you can tell that it's hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's really insecure about it or was insecure about it.
Yeah. Anytime you have kind of changes, whether you're a man or a woman, any kind of physical change you go, especially if it's because of a disease or I don't know if that's even considered a disease or an illness or whatever
it's more of an illness.
Yeah, an illness.
Condition.
Of course it's going to be a little not a little uncomfortable, a lot uncomfortable, and you're going to be insecure about it. So I get that, but I was just saying for me personally, as far as the information goes, I didn't know about her struggle or dealings with alopecia until this incident.
Yeah, I didn't know either. But he made the joke. He said, Jada, can't wait till, I see G.I. Jane 2. Like I said, Demi Moore, she was in G.I. Jane, a movie from back, in the early 2000s, I think, or maybe the 1990s.
I think it was probably 90s.
Yeah, the 1990s, and she had a shaved head. So that was his joke, to Jada. And you could see in her face that Jada really didn't appreciate the joke
from the beginning.
And so from off rip. So Will Smith defended his woman. I'm assuming walked up on stage, very would you say calm? It wasn't in a rush.
It was given Will Smith and Wild Wild West.
Yeah, he just walked up to him. Chris Rock still was laughing about the joke.
He said, "Uh-oh."
He was,
he even called him Richard, King Richard.
First he goes, Richard. Oh, come on, that was a light one. And then Will Smith gets up, he's like, uh-oh, Will's walking towards me.
Richard. And he still got his face
and
smiling.
And then he laughing, and as Will get close, and then he just slapped the shit out there.
Will got a Stacey Adams toe away from him.
And he's still laughing with his guard down.
And Chris supposed to be from Bed-Stuy.
Nah,
do or die.
But you see how everybody hates Chris.
He slapped the shit out of that nigga.
Caruso's the whooping.
And that's one of my favorite TV shows, by the way. And he turned around and just go back to his seat. And then he goes, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. And then this is what Will Smith said to him.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to.
Told him, keep my wife's name.
I was thinking about changing it to my bio.
Mouth.
My buy y'all think about changing it.
And he repeated it, and you know it. Waking up and seeing that, like I was like, hold on, was that real? And because you know everybody else in the audience is laughing, and Chris Rock is like, because Chris Rock says Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me on national television. And you know, you sitting there like, yo, like, is it real? Like did this really just happen? And then you hear Will go, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm like,
It's
oh,
real.
like this is a real thing. And you know, he goes, well, I will, you know, and it's just like I feel like we've been explaining this whole breakdown for 10 minutes. But anyway,
We don't even need
this
to
is what we don't.
Y'all seen it.
Y'all seen it. Everybody has seen it. Everybody has seen everybody's opinions on it. This is what we think. Now everybody get into what we think. This is me, Leon,
Okay.
Uncle Leon, right? So I don't have a problem with what Will did. And the reason I don't have a problem with it is because I am a strong proponent of you can't tell somebody how to react. So I'm not going to sit here and tell Will if he felt disrespected, if he felt like his wife was being disrespected, that he shouldn't have went up there and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. No matter what stage it is, everybody like, oh, you bro. He slapped the fire out of this
Can we break down the slap before we start?
Bro, he had the stance and everything.
Y'all forget this man played a Muhammad Ali.
Bro, he got, like, the follow through was great.
Every picture,
Like,
every angle
every
was
angle.
immaculate.
You know-
like chef's kiss.
And that's what made me think it was fake. Because of how perfect the
Bruh.
stance was. I'm like, you gonna let another man get in a perfect, like the back
mean,
foot was back.
Bro, back,
Rotated his hips.
right foot up, just, but follow through
Yeah,
is
the follow
great.
through. He kept
Even
it on
the-
a plane.
Bro,
He kept his
yeah.
hand on the plane so Chris couldn't even see it. Like Chris' eyes
Yeah.
was focused on Will. He kept that thing on the plane so he couldn't
Boom.
even
Yeah,
see it.
and let's not get on the form of the hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like this.
And I want to.
It was like a
Yeah.
royal
A Miss America.
Yeah. A Miss America slap.
Yeah.
That's what it was, bro.
But even after he slapped him, like he
The contact.
finished.
Yeah.
He finished
Follow
strong.
through.
Like the
Yeah.
follow through was like, nigga, I just slapped you.
And then once he drew his hand back and Chris realized, he kind of waited for him to move.
Yeah.
Then he just walked back to the.
Then he turned around and kind of like, you know,
told
like,
you, Wild Wild West.
like
Fix his coat.
fix his coat, kind of look
He
like he ain't look
strolled.
all the way back. He just kind of like make
Yeah.
sure the nigga won't follow him.
Yeah.
And he just walked back to his seat, like still
have no smile on his
That's really shit, bro.
bro, and just walked back to his seat, kind of calm.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Wow, dude." He says to G.I. Jane, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
He said, "Yeah."
And I will.
"Yeah." Nah, he said, "I will." And it's like back to how I feel. Like I said,
man.
I don't have a problem with what he did, because in that moment, no matter how wrong or right or whatever you think he is, oh, you contributing to the stereotype black people, man, fuck all that. If he felt disrespected and he felt that's what he needed to do at that moment, he felt like that's what he needed to do. I'm never going to tell somebody not to react how they feel like how they react. But in that same token, I'm also going to say, Will got to be cool with whatever consequences come with that. And that's what I'm cool with. So, yeah, you felt like you needed to walk up there and slap the shit out of Chris Rock. Bet if that nigga would have slapped you back, or y'all would have got to fighting,
That's it.
that's the consequences of your actions. If they take the Oscar from you, that's the consequences of your actions. If him and his niggas would have jumped you after the show, that's the consequences of your actions.
Like
Like,
to press charges.
yeah, like that's the like you just have to be cool with whatever comes from what you decide to do. But for me to be like, oh, he shouldn't have did that, it's like maybe I would have handled it differently. But to tell him you shouldn't have done that when in that moment he felt him and his wife was being disrespected, that
It was mainly his wife.
yeah.
He ain't give a fuck about him.
But I just feel like that's his call. You know what I'm saying? And people just got to be cool with whatever repercussions come from their actions. So it's like, if that's what he felt at the moment, then hey, slap
it.
that nigga And if y'all get the tussling on national TV, then that's what y'all do.
That would have been crazy.
Cause me,
That I ain't gonna lie, that would have been a little embarrassing.
it's embarrassing as fuck.
That one would have.
That's embarrassing.
The slap I can understand. Now if them two would have been up on that joint like straight all out, fucking bobbing, weaving. You know them little church shoes scooting. Man,
They got the black streets
You
on.
know, what
Okay,
I'm
they
saying?
just
You know how it is. You know how it is.
man, Will would have bumped that nigga up.
I don't know,
He would have
bro.
got him out of it.
I don't know.
Man, Chris
Listen.
ain't about that life.
Chris ain't about. He
I
showed
don't
me
know if he
from
is,
his
but
actions.
I'm talking about Ali.
No,
Just off rip,
yeah.
having to learn how
Yeah,
to.
Chris ain't about that
From
life.
his actions, I see that he ain't about
Listen,
it.
listen, listen.
I think you proposed a good question, Blamo.
What?
When you're in the group chat, he was like, "Is it a?" You pretty much saying like, "Do you think it's a thing that Chris Rock like a bitch? Like people know they can try him? Like,
Bro, they have to feel like they can try him, bro. He gotta be in the industry. He gotta. Oh, that's Chris.
yeah,
Like you want to get your rep up, Chris.
yeah.
Like, listen, man.
Gotta
I don't
be.
care. I don't care what movie Will Smith would have played in. If that was me up there, he slapped the shit out of me. No matter how wrong I was, we would have been fighting.
I was about to say,
That's
You're
it.
not slapping Kevin
You-
Hart.
bro.
You're not going to there slapping Kevin Hart.
And then that's
not.
it. Like even if I lose, you're not gonna just slap me and walk
Yeah.
back to your seat. You know what I'm saying? Fuck at this
Like,
point,
if
fuck the
the-
professionalism.
I was about
Quote,
to say,
unquote.
If that was D. Ray Davis up there,
You're not slapping D.
You're not slapping.
going up there,
You're not slapping Mike Epps.
You not slapping Mike.
I'm not
Epps.
talking like that. You're not slapping Mike Epps.
Mike Wood. Even what am I thinking? Who am I
Even
thinking
Bruce.
about? Oh, you definitely ain't smacking Bruce.
Steve Harvey.
Steve
DL.
DL, Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Like Cat Williams. That's why you ain't smacking Cat
Well,
Williams.
Cat Williams is
He would have got his ass whooped.
He would, but he'd have
a
tried.
little, a little kid.
But he would have tried.
But he would have tried. That's
the
all.
point.
That's it.
Cat would have went out swinging.
He would have tried.
Yeah.
He would have tried.
That's all I'm saying. Though.
Like
He
Like,
would have made that shit funny as hell.
none of the
fuck,
king
bro.
king of comedies. He ain't slapping none of them.
Yeah, Cedric. Yeah.
Back in the day,
he ain't
yeah.
slapping him and ain't nothing happening.
Ain't nothing
That's
happening.
how. That's only how I feel.
Even
Like
Dave.
You ain't
You're not slapping Dave.
You not.
Just off respect alone, you're
Yeah.
not slapping Dave.
yeah.
Oh, you ain't slapping Dave Chappelle.
And yeah, I'm just of the mindset of like we just would have been scrapping, bro,
Yeah.
and they would have had to cut the Oscars, and that's okay with me. That's fine with me.
That would have been
Good.
But because at some point, like we was, my cousin was talking about it. He like, yeah, I just feel like that wasn't the right place. Like he messing up the bag. I'm like, but at some point, disrespect got to come before the bag. Like as much as like they got enough bags in their life, like they good.
Yeah,
and not to
Will
say
ain't
that,
worried about the
yeah,
bag.
and not
Yeah.
to say
Or the
that like,
Grammys.
and not to
Or the
say
Oscars.
yeah, and not to say that like they shouldn't be trying to get more money and more bags, but it's like. If I feel disrespected at this moment or like you cross the line, like at what point do I like put that before the bag? You know what I'm saying? Like if we all judge everything off of, oh, I don't want to mess up the bag, then you
wouldn't
just
do a lot of
you
things.
just gonna let everybody disrespect you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it like this. So I learned a lesson from a young age, not to disrespect nobody's wife, because I did it to my dad one time. Disrespected his wife,
Your mama?
my mom,
Yo, mom.
my mom. By the way,
He chose her over you, right?
listen, I've learned from a young age, you don't disrespect nobody's wife. I remember like me and my mom had like a little disagreement or something. It was like, I was young and I done wrote like 5 pages. I hate my mom. I hate my mom. Like 5 pages of it. Mad. I hate my mom. Blah, blah, blah. Left it on the kitchen counter. Boom. Somebody gonna see it. Wrong person saw it.
Wrong person saw it.
No, actually, my mom did see it at first because I knew she was gonna be home. Petty, bro, delusional, crazy. Knew she was gonna be home. She saw it. Oh, you know she apparently she was crying and all that. Cause you know how moms feel about
Yeah.
their kids and their sons.
Like, how
and
would
all
you?
that.
How can you say that?
And that's your best friend.
Yeah, like that's my partner. Like when we on good terms, like that's we
good.
I mean, we good. So she showed it to my dad. or he done came. Probably worse, he came home and saw her crying. Now it's like,
Yeah.
I ain't do it. So who did this?
She ain't crying about
Why do
anything
I
did.
gotta deal with
Yep.
this now? She done told him. I done came home, had a good day at school, forgot all about what I did. Boom, came home. Everybody stuff just look awkward in the house. I'm like, what's going on? I forgot what I did.
What's for dinner?
Like, what we eating? Like, what's up? I had a good day at school. You want to know what I learned? He brought me in the room, kicked my ass. I ain't even say whoop, kick my ass. Like, we was in there like, if I could, I would have had to like put up some I did. I was blocking.
Oh, you tried to block.
I was blocking. Won't swing it, no swing. Something like Chris.
Straight to fist.
Something like Chris. Just blocking, straight blocks. Straight defense.
Chris ain't even blocked.
Then after he was done, he was like, let me tell you something, man. You my son, but that's my wife. You don't never come between me and my wife. Got it, sir.
Whole rib busted.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
I got it.
So that's when I learned you never mess with somebody's wife. Keep their name out your mouth. So me, even as a comedian, I probably would never talk about nobody's wife. So I 100% agree with whatever he decided to do about his wife's name being in your mouth was on him. And it was on you because her name should never have been in your mouth. But because you decided as a grown man to do it, and you have full autonomy to do whatever you want to do, that's what happens. But he also has full autonomy to do whatever he wants to do as a consequence. But on the flip side, now you got full autonomy to do whatever you want to do as a consequence.
The crazy thing is that I heard, and I don't know how true this is, apparently he didn't even write that joke. Or a lot of the jokes that he said, he wasn't the
I
one
mean,
in charge
it would
of.
They
make
have
sense.
writers,
I'm about to
yeah.
say they got joke writers.
Yeah,
so it
but
makes
it's just
sense.
like, yo, at some point, as a black man,
You gotta
I
look
would
at it.
think you would look at the joke, because I don't think they would just throw the joke on you right then and there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it goes.
I don't know how it goes
Yeah.
either, but if they did give you a chance to overlook the jokes a day in advance or a couple hours in advance, something in my head would be like, yo, I'm not touching anything dealing with a black woman in her hair when we in a room full of white people.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, I don't care how funny it is.
It don't feel right.
Unless the shit was absolutely knee slapping funny.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
like
not saying
I done covered it before, like listen,
Or it's like
up.
a running
Yeah.
joke.
or I didn't pull them to the side and be like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do tonight. Are y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if he could have done that, even if he's seen their name come across the board, I'm sure you're cool enough with Will and Jada where you can put them to the side like, hey, we got a joke. Is this gonna be cool to run with y'all?
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, and that's why I always feel like it was like a built up kind of thing because even before, I don't know how many years ago it was. It might have been 1 or 2.
I think they
years
said
ago.
2016.
Yeah,
2016
when people were boycotting the Oscars just because of they felt like some some kind of
Oscars so
like
white. I
yeah
think that's
like
what it was.
racism and or like discrimination going on. And Chris went up there again in a room full of white people and a room full of, industry leaders and everything like that. And kind of, talked about how, oh, you weren't even invited, blah, blah, blah. So I think it was like a built up kind of thing. And now, like, you got my name in your mouth again. And I'm here now.
Yeah.
And
it was
my
a
wife.
tasteless joke.
Yeah, it was a tasteless joke. My wife not feeling
And
it.
I'm front row. It
I'm
wasn't like a
front
long
row.
walk.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it
you know
really
what I'm saying?
wasn't.
I'm right here. I got to, this my chance. And like, I don't know. I'm not in the industry, but I've seen, a lot of things come up just from, everything that came from the incident. And it's just a lot of people saying like, Will may have like a reputation in the industry of being kind of, soft, even when he rapped, it wasn't like rap. It was more like welcome to my stuff like that. So it's just like, it's like
Lighthearted.
So it's just like, I got to show you, like, that's not what this is.
Hey man, West Philadelphia,
Yeah.
born and raised. You don't play that shit, man.
Yeah, I got to show you this what this
It
is.
just kind of makes you wonder what part is the show.
Yeah.
Was what he did at the Oscars a show, or what he's been showing us over the years with the nice guy, like you were saying, is that the show? And this West Philly guy that slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, was he always, that's who he was? It's just, I got to put on the show for the bag.
I don't know if it's a show. I feel like he had to like learn how to be that in terms of like you can't bring West Philadelphia to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. It's just like what?
because I don't think it's a show. I think it's really him.
Yeah.
I think it's really him. The new, you know what I'm saying? Not the new, but like the fun and you know the adventurous or whatever. You know how we see him on Instagram doing all of this stuff, but I feel like he still got that like don't try me type shit to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I remember that clip going around of like when he was doing some interviews years ago, and some dude like was a fan and he like kissed him on the cheek.
Yeah.
And Will just like slapped him real
Backhanded
quick.
his ass.
I remember that shit, and he was like, "Yo, like, don't do that shit." And it's like shit like that. I remember that going around. I'm like, you know, like that's that how he grew up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with me type shit.
It was like the tone he said that don't keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Yeah.
That really let me know like, okay.
He not playing.
Yeah, this is really him. You know what I'm saying? Like when he gets angry, like Willow and Jaden probably got an ass whooping.
Probably,
like, a lot of people
yeah.
probably think they didn't, but I'm sure like once you seen that reaction, it's like, yeah, I'm not surprised if he did or not. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, that shit, it was definitely like shocking. It had the world at a standstill that night. Me and my girl was up to like 3 watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're watching like the different reviews and dissecting it ourselves and stuff like that. So it's like at this point, like I wish I could give more, but it's like we talked about it so much.
Yeah, everybody done.
In that first day, in them first hours, that kind of like done with it. But nah, I mean, like Blamo said, bro, you don't put nobody's wife's name in your mouth in no kind of disrespectful way, and not right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if you do, and somebody gets up on stage, you gotta at least know, like,
Why would you just
it's
stand
gonna be an
there, bro?
issue.
He literally stood there until the last, like until Will's hand hit his face. He just stood there. No defense, no blocking, no he might slap me. It was just like laughs the whole time. Like, nigga, what you think he was coming up here
because
to
he's
do?
so far removed, bro. He's so far removed from that life. Like, when the last time you think Chris Rock actually got into a fight?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to think he's so far removed.
Yeah.
He's so far removed that he don't even know about Jada's alopecia. He don't know what's appropriate jokes to say within the culture, I would say. So it's like you so far removed. Yeah, somebody walking up on you at the Oscars, you're not thinking they're going to attack you.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But you got to be quicker than that.
Gotta be quicker than
Has
that.
to be quicker than
Cause
that.
you just standing there thinking that shit sweet while he walking up is crazy to me. That nigga came up there with a mission and he completed his mission.
But if he would have peeped it, though, only thing he could do, unless he going to fight back or put his guard up, is literally like run. What you going to really do?
Move out the way. Bob and weave.
Bob and weave,
Nah,
nigga.
you're not bobbing and weaving that.
Duck, whoop, 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 whoop. I don't
No,
know.
but I think,
You're not weaving that.
yeah, the whole Smith family, through some fault of their own, has gone through a lot.
Yeah.
In the media.
In the last few years.
Yeah, last few years. But like I said, also it's through some fault of their own.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't know none of this if y'all ain't put it out.
And a lot of people saying like, oh, well, where's his energy for August? We don't know what this man did.
We
to
don't
him.
know what
Yeah.
he did.
I haven't heard from August
Yeah.
since that shit, so we don't know what he
But
did.
also, like, apparently Will in his book, like, you know, talked about how, you know, like, Jada wasn't the only person getting her own shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was open.
It was
So,
mutual.
like, yeah, it was mutual. So he had his own people on his side, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doing his thing. So it's not like she was just cheating on the nigga. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
And also too, I heard about the mom thing. In his book, he talked about as a kid, his mom used to get beat on, and he couldn't.
Yeah,
do
he couldn't.
anything.
Yeah, he couldn't.
that's
I remember seeing that. Yeah,
that's what made him, become this comedian and jokey, laughy, because it's like all I can do is laugh. And I think it because he even referenced his mom in this Oscar's speech. And he was, I think that was a testament to say pretty much like I finally got to stand up
for my family.
for the women that I love. And I think it meant a lot, and that's why he cried throughout the acceptance speech. I think that's why Jada was giving him that look like, you did a good job, like as she was giving his speech, because she know, like, I just look at it like this, man. Like, I'm sorry, you can't cut that, but I look at it like this. I live with my girl. You know what I'm saying, and it's certain things, certain insecurities that she may have that I know about and that I have to hear about. I'm not going to say on a daily basis, but pretty frequently. So it's the same thing with Will. It's like, if she's been dealing with alopecia, let's say, I think they said for 3 years, maybe 4. She's been dealing with alopecia since then. From the moment her hair started falling out, she let it be known in that household how it affected her and how insecure about it she was, to the point that even I seen like Willow at that time had cut her hair with her just to be like in a
support of
of her mother. So it's like, usually when that happens, it's like a cancer patient or whatever, that they do that because the other person is so ashamed in a way or insecure about their haircut. It's like, oh, somebody do it with me, I feel a little better. So that lets you know if Willow went so far to shave her head, her mom really was going through something about the alopecia. And only person that's really going to hear the real side of that is Will. So Will is hearing about this constantly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's an everyday thing, but throughout these years, he's heard about it. He's seen her say like, oh, I don't want to go out because of my hair. Or I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel like myself because of my hair. And he knows how that makes her feel. So when he heard that joke, yeah, it was kind of jokey, laugh. Like you said, he might not have even understood or processed what was going on at that moment. And even if he did, he might have just kind of laughed it off, because you know how we all like just laugh shit off when we're in an uncomfortable moment.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, and it's in front of a bunch of people, so you don't want to like do that.
Yeah, you don't want to be that sourpuss, but at the same time, it's like we saw Jada's face, and then at some point she turned to him. He recognized that. And it took him back to those nights where they probably sat up crying with one another about the insecurity of her hair. And it's like, nah, in this moment, whether it be because she wants him to do it or he wants to do it, no matter what, it's like in that moment, I want to defend you and let you know, like, look, we ain't about to let this slide.
Yeah. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. I got you, and I'm gonna handle this. And you seen after, as she was accepting the speech, you seen the joy in her eyes. You seen the joy in her face. Granted, dude cares about the August Alsina shit, the cheating, or he didn't do this and that. Like you said, he been getting this shit off. And he ain't even got to say it in his book. We been knew Will was getting this shit off. Yeah. His girls just ain't come out and say nothing. You know what I'm saying? August was the only one.
Yeah, the only one who, if August just would have shut his ass up,
nobody would know. Because they've been talking about they were swingers since I was young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I said, he did what he had to do, what he felt like he needed to do. And like you said, he got to deal with the repercussions, whether that be I can't come to the Oscars for the next year or 2 years or whatever, whether I get my my Oscar trophy taken away, it's an asterisk by it, whatever the case may be, I got to live with it. But I know at the end of the day, like me as a black man, I would much rather care about how my woman feels when she at home with me every day than how the world feels about me because I won this fucking gold trophy. Yeah. Like, I really don't care about that.
That's what you gotta live with.
You know what I'm saying? I made enough money in my life. I done made enough success. People know who I am. I don't care anymore about this outside fame. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you know, I'm a good actor. I want to be recognized as such. But at the same time, like, I got to go home and live with this woman. Yep. Not this trophy. This trophy don't give a damn once I set it up. This trophy don't care about what I do for the rest of my life. This woman is the one that's going to be feeding me, take care of my kids, making sure I'm good until the day I die.
Yep.
So I want to make sure our bond is straight. And now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think nothing can come between them. Even before then, I don't think nothing was coming between them because that August shit obviously didn't. But this definitely made their bond even much more stronger. And I appreciate what he did because it just shows like, bro, at some point, whether how irrational it can be, we have to defend our women because so many women feel like we would never defend them. And in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to take it a little left, but I know her pussy got wet. I know it got wet, bruh. Any woman watching that shit, I guarantee you, they was like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see so many women like, yo, I wish my dude, or I wish I had a dude, or I want that, and da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't so much because we want to make headlines or anything like that. It's just like, yo, I want to make sure like my girl is secure when she with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whether I gotta smack a nigga on national TV to prove that
Or
shit,
not.
it's okay. Like, and that's what I commend about it. Like I said, like, it might not have been the right thing to do or the right place to do it, but I'm not gonna sit up here and condemn that man for doing what he feel like is right in that moment because he got to go home to her, not us.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah.
Sorry if it was a little
Hey man,
juicy with the coughing.